Hi everybody and welcome to this Pro Division qualifying round playthrough video for the Typhoon Tournament. It is a difficult tournament here. We've got some tough wind angles and of course the increased wind speeds to deal with. But hopefully the shots here will help you qualify. Please hit thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. The shots here add up to a -17. You won't need that to qualify. I would think you get through with a decent amount less than that, but there's plenty of options, some good reference points here, and some suggestions of routes that you may want to take. Of course, you don't have to play as I do here. They are just suggestions. Take them on board if you want to, and I wish you all the best of luck. Replays, text adjustments, and also voiceover starting right now. First hole, we are going to start with an eagle. It is pretty much level crosswind here. Going to play with the extra mile 7+. Could actually play this with an extra mile 6 though as well. We're going to go with a kingmaker, cut the wind down a bit, and it is 3 top spin and 3 bars side spin to the right. Half of the red ring inside the rough on the left. +14 with extra mile 8, that is at max with extra mile 7, +13 with extra mile level 9. You can of course play with a more accurate driver with distance if you've got one. Max +10 is the adjustment here. Maximum distance 10%. Elevation, no need for any curl because the 3 bars side spin to the right is going to do the trick for us. Perfect ball away. We don't want to go too far on the fairway here. I want to play with the sniper to be able to have a pin check. Drive distance 360 yards. Bear in mind, if you're using a different wind resistance ball to the one shown, you may have a slightly different outcome. So advised to try and replicate the ball suggestions if you can here with the increased winds. We're going to do a pin check here on the second shot. +6, that is with the sniper level 9. That will obviously be +4 with the sniper level 10. Then we're going to add our spin and then set up here with the ball guide through the hole, approximately 1 green square. I'm going to zoom in for you. There you go. So ball guide through the hole by 1 green square. For a pin check with the sniper 9 of +6, I'm playing it mid distance and it's -15 elevation. So mid -15 on this one. And it's going to be 7 rings. 9.1 here with a kingmaker is towards the top range in pro with the wind modifier. The maximum you'll get is 9.8. The lowest is 7.8, just as a guideline. But we drop that one right at the pin there on hole number 1. On to the first par 3. They are tricky. We have a hole in 1 here, but it is a very, very tough shot to drop. And I was a little bit lucky, if I'm honest here. But you may get lucky as well, and it is worth a go. There's obviously alternate routes, though, if you don't fancy this one. We're going with 5.2 backspin, and it's between 1 and 1.5 side spin to the right. Looks like about 1.4. Setting up there, you can see the ball guide is touching that dark green square row. We're at max distance with the sniper level 9. That will be at +9 with the sniper level 10. The adjustment here is maximum distance, 10% elevation. Does take us up onto a little hill here. Be careful, try and adjust as accurately as you can. There's also a rough bump opportunity as well here if you want to go for it. This is just one suggestion. You can have a go if you want, or you can find alternatives. Obviously, it's always up to you what you want to go with. But this comes in very nicely. It removes the glitch roll if you're bouncing over from the left. And we're really lucky there. We get it in for a hole in 1. First of the par 5s now. This is the 3rd hole. Be careful of your wind strength here. You may need to tweak this drive. This has been working nicely for me though. Before spin with the quarterback at max distance, quarterback 9+, ball guide pointing to the left edge of that rock. Then I'm adding spin, 3.5 top spin, 2 left with the Titan because I want a bit more wind strength than a kingmaker. The adjustment is max +15. So max +15 on this one. If you've got quarterback level 8, then you would need to push up 4 yards after you adjust, or the equivalent number of rings. It's max overpower, full left curl, and it's a slow needle. Like I said, though, if you have more wind than me here in the video, then you may need to pull back a little bit further. I think there's room there, though, and like I said, just a suggestion. Feel free to tweak or test or use a different club if you've got, for example, the Apocalypse. That might be an easier shot. 380 yards though here. And the second shot, I'm going to go with the Goliath because I don't want to be in between clubs. This is an aggressive look at the albatross. I'm going with one backspin. In the end, I remove one of the bars of right spin and settle with one bar side spin to the right. The reason I'm doing that is to try and align with the wind angle that I've got. I want that second bounce onwards to be kind of level with the wind angle. So that's my thinking here. Aiming just left of the pin, very hard to see though without a full ball guide, but the adjustment is true club distance, 10% elevation. So for every yard you are away from max, and look at your plus yardages here, deduct 2% slider. So if max is plus 9 yards, plus 6 here, I'm playing 94% slider, 10% elevation. More information on that on the Academy tutorial playlists on the channel homepage. Like I said, it's tough to get the albatross with the Goliath because you don't have a full ball guide, but there is a suggestion of how you might want to approach the third hole. Very difficult par 5, but I like the quarterback for the curl. Just burning the right edge, that's tweakable if you want to give it a go here on this par 5. Fourth hole now, and be warned, this wind angle is tough. I have an eagle, but it is a difficult one to drop. I'm going with the extra mile level 8 because we need 6 bars of topspin to play this suggestion. So if you've got a lower level driver, unfortunately this may not be for you unless you want to use a power 4 ball plus. 6 topspin only, red ring touching the rough on the right at plus 16 with extra mile 8. It will be plus 15 with extra mile 9, and it is full overpower regardless of what you were just into. Max plus 10. I've hit a double great left, I've hit a double great right. They've both been fine here. Anything worse than that is untested though. We want to clip the rough with the second bounce and roll out. And the drive distance here, 335 yards. Second shot, we're going to do a fringe check, that is FC on the notepad. I will explain that as we go. And let's have a look at the replay. Going to be with the Goliath because Grizzly will take it in between clubs. 4.2 topspin is what I go with. Inner yellow ring or the green ring touching the rough. Ball guide is going to go just to the back of the cup. In the end, I go with a click more topspin because I don't want to come in short in line. So 4.3, 4.4 topspin maybe here. Doing a fringe check, plus 4 where the fringe meets the fairway. And that is the reference here for you, 78% on the slider. It is very difficult to adjust in a decent straight line here because the slope is very severe, so do what you can. Then we are going to go here with underpower. A couple of clicks of underpower because I adjust to a higher point. So just look at the bottom of the ball. It is away from those teeth and the top of the ball is overlapping the teeth. So a couple of clicks of underpower. This is one I would suggest you take a token at to get a feel for it. But if you're feeling brave, that is the best look at the eagle in my opinion here on this tough wind angle on hole number 4. A quick breather here. I want to invite you all to submit your craziest strong wind shots in the Typhoon Tournament as the week goes on over on our Facebook page. Search for it, BK Golf Clash. It's totally free to join. Upload your replays. We're going to have a little friendly competition and I'm going to play some of the best shots on my stream at the end of next week, the end of season stream. So have you got a hole-in-one on hole number 7? Have you driven the green on any of the par 5s? Doesn't matter what division you're playing or what club or ball you're using. Upload your replays. Let me take a look at some of the weird and wonderful shots you could play here on the Typhoon Tournament. Here we have actually got an albatross. Again, it is tough, but listen carefully and I'll talk you through it. 4.5 topspin, 3 right spin. Going here with the yellow ring touching the rough at plus 14. That will be plus 13 with the extra mile level 9. Extra mile 7 would be at max, untested though, but I think you should be okay. The adjustment is max plus 5. It takes me into 1 ring of overpower, but I'm going to add some on because look, the more overpower I use, the more curl I am allowed to have with my shot. So here I'm going 4 to 4.5 rings of OP. The tip of the arrow is going through the middle of the yellow ring on the target there when we're taking our shot. Perfect ball away is important, hit perfect. Look at that, there's not that much room for error here, but on a successful drive here will set up a brilliant opportunity for an albatross. So if you're feeling brave and you want to give it a go, that is the shot for you. 355 yards. Second shot, we're just about okay with the sniper, and I'm going to add 3 left spin first, and then I'm going to add some back spin as well to get the ball guide going through the hole. I'll zoom in shortly. The backspin will vary depending on your drive distance, and your start position will vary as well, but I always suggest going with 3 left spin. Then look at that, the ball guide is 1 green square through the hole. I'm just around max distance of club here. I'm going to adjust max plus 20. I would play true club distance. If you have slightly more headwind angle here, which may vary due to the natural variance with tournament winds, if you get going into overpower on the adjustment, you could nudge your landing position back a couple of yards just in case you have the headwind angle. Here I'm just about okay though, and a perfect ball actually drops very nicely for the albatross. Very tough shot though, but there is a chance of it there on hole number 5. Very tough par 3 now, and for me this is just get it to green, putt for birdie and move on. I'm going to show you a shot with the rocket level 10, and we're going to go with a kingmaker. You could use rocket level 9 as well. 6.2 backspin, 2 left spin. Okay, 6.2 back, 2 left. I would recommend a kingmaker here. Anything with less wind resistance has not been tested here this morning. Red ring touching the rough, second bounce just on the fringe there. So a couple of references to look at. Maximum distance, 50% elevation, max plus 50. Once again, 9.8 in this example. That is max wind in pro with a kingmaker in this modified tournament. So you're not really going to be adjusting into overpower unless you get a ridiculous headwind angle here. I think you should be okay. No overpower, no curl, perfect ball away. Try and adjust as accurately as you can. You can't zoom in very well anywhere on this hole, which adds to the difficulty. Like I said, if you want to try and pursue the hole in one, you can have a go. Bit more left curl rather than no curl might bring you in close to the hole, but then that is not a putt that you're going to miss. Just get the birdie, survive hole number 6 and move on, because there's a very good opportunity coming next on hole number 7. Going to show you a hook shot here on hole number 7. Bear in mind though, they are variable. You might want to practice this one a couple of times to get a feel for different wind strengths and wind angles. But I'm going to talk you through it. It is with a quarterback, and we're going to go with a katana. 9.8 in wind. If you have a stronger wind than this, then I would play with less topspin. If you get wind 10.5 and above, really I don't think you need anything more than 1.1, 1.2 topspin. 3 left spin here with our topspin, and the bullseye just over the edge of the rock at max distance with QB 9 and 10 with a power 2 ball. Full overpower, full left curl, full hook release, and let's see how this one goes. Bounces very nicely on the fairway, clears the rough just nicely there and rolls on to the green. If you're really unlucky, you may get a glitch roll. That's why I say use your top spin carefully on this one, particularly if you've got different wind strengths. Like I said, different wind angles will come into play as well. Take a token or two, get a feel for the shot. You might need to aim slightly to the left, slightly to the right. It all depends what you get when you're in live play. But successful outcome there, I think it's worth a go. Very easy eagle wedge or a putt if you're successful on that hook shot drive. Now for the last of the very tricky par 3s. It's a no move target shot, so select your wood club and kingmaker before you enter the hole, and it's going to be no move. So sniper and kingmaker, do not move the target until you adjust your rings. Tough hole this one, like I said. 4.5 backspin, no side spin, and the ball guide will look weird. It will look like I'm going to roll off the right of the green, but the wind will do the rest of the work here. Mid plus 20 on the adjustment. Be careful though in different wind strengths, also different wind angles. You're wanting to dial this one in a couple of times at least. Just make sure you set your spins correctly and you end up on the green, because it's so easy. If you don't have enough backspin on, you can roll off into the rough. If you're slightly offline and you've got enough backspin, you will just roll to the fringe or the fairway, and at least you can wedge it in for the birdie. We're close there. We could maybe go with 0.1 right spin, maybe a click less backspin, but you're going to get different wind angles, you're going to get different wind strengths, so we just want to prioritise the birdie. Tough hole, mid plus 20, no move target. Final hole now, going to show you a safe route to green for the eagle. We're going to go with Titan, because I don't really think the albatross is on here, so no point wasting a kingmaker. I'm playing with the extra mile, because if you use the rock, you're more than likely going to be adjusting into overpower, and I don't want to go with overpower on the drive. Half of the red ring inside the rough on the right, at +1 with the extra mile 8, +3 with the extra mile 6 or 7, and it will be +0 with the extra mile level 9. If you've got a more accurate driver, then you can of course use it, set up with the extra mile, and then do a bag switch. Max +5 with the spins that I added there, and then I'm going to go with a little bit of curl here, about half a ball curl to the right. With the extra mile, it's nice to hit perfect here. Not tested this one with any great balls, so proceed with caution. Give it a test yourself if you're a little bit worried. I would think a great right may well clip the rough on the second bounce, looking at the replay there. Drive distance 332. I don't really want to push it too much more than that, because we don't want to roll in the rough. Second shot, we're going to use the Guardian. This is an overpower shot, but I still think there's room for a great left or great right. We're going to add some spin next. And I'm just stretching out to see where I am with my club. And here I go with 2 bars right spin and 7 back spin. And I'm pushing into overpower and looking at the second bounce on the green. And I'm thinking here I need to push up about 3 or 4 rings there, just looking at where the red line is. So I let my target go back to rest position, adjust max +0. A little bit of headwind angle here. With the wind angle that I've got, takes me into overpower, so I'm adding that on to what I would theoretically needed to have pushed up with tailwind. So in the end I settle on 5 rings of overpower. I didn't really need that much. You can look at the second bounce right now, it's comfortably on the fairway. Thought I was going to fluke the albatross there, but we've got a putt for the eagle. Maybe could have got away with maybe 3 rings of overpower there, but then like I said, have a go, see what you think. I like the Guardian for the backspin, and we're on the green for an eagle, and that's the priority here on this tough par 5. Thank you very much for watching this video for the Typhoon Tournament. I hope it helps you in your tournament play this week. All the best of luck. Let me know in the comments section how you get on. Finally, join us on Facebook. Go over there, type in BK Golf Clash, and join our group. Over 10,000 members, shot sharing, free guides, discussion points. Brilliant array of content there as well, so check it out. There's other contributions from some of the brilliant members of our content creating GC community too, so go and check them out, support them. It will help your gameplay. Thank you for watching once again. Share it with your friends, I'd be most appreciated, and enjoy your games. Take care, see you soon, bye for now.